Have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve their goals effortlessly, while most of us give up within a few weeks? Today, we're diving into one of the most popular self-help books of the last decade, Atomic Habits by James Clear, published. In 2018, this book has sold over 20 million copies worldwide and spent more than 200 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list. The core idea is simple but powerful. Tiny changes can lead to remarkable results. James Clear reveals how small habits can transform your life when you understand the science of habit formation. In this 15-minute summary, I'll walk you through the key lessons from this incredible book. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Small habits make a huge difference. James Clear introduces a concept that might change how you think about progress. He calls it the 1% rule. Here's the math. You get just 1% better every day for 1 year, you'll end up 37 times better by the end of the year. Let me explain. 1.01 raised to the power of 365 equals 37.78. That means if you improve just a little bit each day, your results compound. But there's a downside too. If you get 1% worse each day, you'll decline to nearly zero over a year. The author makes an important point. It doesn't matter how successful or unsuccessful you are right now. What matters is whether your habits are putting you on the path toward success. You should be far more concerned with your current trajectory than with your current results. Lesson 2. Forget about setting goals. Focus on your systems instead. This is one of the most powerful ideas in the book. Clear writes, goals are about the results you want to achieve. Systems are about the processes that lead to those results. He gives a great example. If you're a coach and your goal is to win a championship, that's your goal. But your system is how you train your players, how you prepare for games, and how you recover after matches. The problem with goal setting is that winners and losers often have the same goals. Every Olympic athlete wants to win a gold medal. Every candidate wants to get the job. So what separates the winners? Their systems. The most famous quote from this book is, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." If you're struggling to change your habits, the problem isn't you. The problem is your system. Lesson 3. Change your identity, and your habits will follow automatically. James Clear says that true behavior change is identity change. Your current habits are simply a reflection of your current identity. What you do is a mirror of who you believe you are. Let me give you some examples. If you're trying to quit smoking, don't say "I'm trying to quit." Say "I'm not a smoker." If you want to start running, don't think "I want to run a marathon." Think "I am a runner." Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Each time you choose to read, you're voting for "I am a reader." Each time you choose to go to the gym, you're voting for "I am a fit person." The goal is not to read one book or go to the gym once. The goal is to become the type of person who doesn't miss workouts, Habits are the path to changing your identity. The more you repeat a behavior, the more you reinforce the identity associated with that behavior. Now let's understand how habits actually work in our brain. Clear introduces something called the habit loop. Every habit follows 4 stages. Stage 1, cue, the trigger that initiates the behavior. Reward, your phone buzzing, the smell of coffee. Or feeling stressed. Stage 2, craving, the motivational force behind the habit. You don't crave the habit itself. You crave the change in state it delivers. You don't crave smoking a cigarette. You crave the feeling of relief it provides. Stage 3, response, the actual habit you perform. This depends on how motivated you are and how much friction is involved. If it requires too much effort, you won't do it. Stage 4, reward, the end goal of every habit. Rewards satisfy your cravings and teach you which actions are worth remembering in the future. If any of these 4 stages is missing, a habit won't form. Understanding this loop is crucial for building good habits and breaking bad ones. Now we come to the most practical part of the book, the 4 laws of behavior change. These are actionable steps you can use to build better habits. The first law, make it obvious. You need to be clear about what you want to achieve. Vague goals, like eat healthier or read more, don't work. Instead, use implementation intentions. The formula is, I will behavior at time and location. For example, I will exercise for 30 minutes at 5 p.m. in my living room. Clear also recommends habit stacking. After current habit, I will new habit. For example, after I pour my morning coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. The second law, make it attractive. We are more likely to do things that are enjoyable. One technique is temptation bundling. Pair an action you want to do with an action you need to do. For example, I will watch my favorite Netflix show while on the treadmill. You can also join cultures where your desired behavior is the normal behavior. If you're surrounded by fit people, you're more likely to work out.
The third law, make it easy. We naturally gravitate toward options that require the least amount of work, so reduce the friction for good habits and increase the friction for bad ones. If you want to go to the gym, pack your bag the night before. If you want to eat healthy, keep fruits and vegetables visible and junk food out of sight. Clear introduces the 2-minute rule. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. Want to read every night? Read 1 page. Want to run a marathon? Put on your running shoes. The idea is to master the art of showing up. Once you've started the right habit, it's much easier to continue. The fourth law, make it satisfying. We repeat behaviors that immediately reward us and avoid behaviors that immediately punish us. Add a little pleasure to your habits. After you finish your workout, treat yourself to a smoothie. After you complete your savings goal, reward yourself with a nice dinner. And for bad habits, make them immediately unsatisfying. Create a habit contract with a friend where you'll lose money if you break your streak. To break bad habits, simply invert these 4 laws. 1. Make it invisible. Remove the cues. If you want to stop scrolling social media, keep your phone in another room. Delete the apps. 2. Make it unattractive. Reframe your mindset. Instead of thinking, I need to give up junk food, think, I'm choosing to fuel my body with healthy food. 3. Make it difficult. Increase friction. If you want to watch less TV, unplug it after each use and put the remote in a hard-to-reach place. 4. Make it unsatisfying. Get an accountability partner. Tell someone your goal so that if you fail, you'll feel the social cost. Remember, every habit follows the same loop. By understanding these laws, you can design your environment and mindset for success. Let me share some practical tips you can start using today. Design your environment. Make good habits the path of least resistance. Place your guitar in the living room if you want to practice more. Put your books on your pillow if you want to read before bed. Use habit tracking. Get a calendar and put an X on each day you stick to your habit. Seeing your progress is satisfying and keeps you motivated. Never miss twice. If you miss one day, try to get back on track immediately. Missing once is an accident. Missing twice is the start of a new habit. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Don't obsess over the results. Enjoy the journey of becoming 1% better each day. James Clear shares his own story. After getting hit in the face with a baseball bat in high school, he struggled with injuries and setbacks. But by focusing on small daily improvements, he eventually became a starting pitcher for his college team and earned academic honors. Atomic Habits has received widespread acclaim since its release. Forbes called it a wildfire success and noted that its quotes have broken the internet. The Wall Street Journal named it one of the most life-changing books for entrepreneurs. Slate magazine described it as the self-help book of the decade. A Business Insider reporter wrote that every successful person she interviewed recommended this book, and she personally credited it with transforming her life. Some critics argue that the book relies more on anecdotal evidence than rigorous science, but millions of readers worldwide have found its practical framework genuinely helpful. The book has been translated into over 50 languages and continues to top bestseller lists years after publication. So, there you have it, the key lessons from Atomic Habits by James Clear. Let's quickly recap what we've learned. Small habits, just 1% improvements, compound into extraordinary results. Forget about goals. Build systems instead. Change your identity and your habits will follow. Use the 4 laws. Make it obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Break bad habits by inverting these laws. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. Every action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. If you enjoyed this summary and want to listen to the full book, I highly recommend trying Audible. They offer a 30-day free trial, and you can get Atomic Habits as part of that trial. The link is in the description below. With Audible, you get access to thousands of audiobooks, and you can listen anytime, anywhere, while commuting, working out, or relaxing at home. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more book summaries every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to check out our other book summaries, including Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And if you have a specific book you'd like summarized, let me know in the comments. Until next time, keep building those atomic habits. Take care.